it's one of very rare issues right now where the right and the left are in agreement. Iran is a threat to American security, American interests, and the interests of our allies across the region. I do not believe, now that we're going past the weekend and getting into Monday, I do not believe there will be a true backlash from the Democrats. Maybe some, there will always be some, but overall, there is agreement that what happened will eventually lead to a better future for the region. That said, we're going to go through a difficult period. This indiscriminate attacks that Iran is launching on the whole region right now,
Hmm.
including, by the way, Oman. I mean, it's unfathomable that Iran is attacking the one country that has been supportive of Iran in the negotiation process, at
Right.
least. So it's going to be a tough period. However, there is light at the end of that tunnel. Iran will never be the same, and the region will never be the same
Hazem,
after this.
I
Yeah.
want to ask you, Gulf states that have been struck by Iran host major U.S. bases and energy infrastructure. If Iran continues to strike these countries, like you mentioned, Oman, Kuwait, the United Arab Emirates, the list goes on here, how much pressure is there going to be on the U.S. to respond directly or even more decisively? Obviously, we are hearing these threats from Trump, but what would that even look like?
It's an interesting question. To my understanding, there is a coalition forming right now. This Iranian strategy of revenge is backfiring, is starting to backfire, with the UAE signaling even publicly earlier today that it's willing to engage kinetically with Iran at this point and defend its territory. If we see an Arab, Israeli, American front against Iran, this would be very significant politically and obviously militarily. And whatever happens, Iran does not have ability to keep going indefinitely with these attacks, especially on Israel. On the Gulf, it's a bit more dangerous because of the distance. It's
Hmm.
a much shorter distance from Bandar Abbas to, let's say, Dubai. We're talking a few miles here. So it'll be a difficult time. However, the region is starting to signal that it will be joining potentially a coalition to retaliate against Iran, and that would be very painful for Iran. We're talking about large militaries. We're talking
Right.
about American might. It will not be an easy time for the Iranians. However, we really to explain something very quickly, the United States
Okay.
does military operations based on something called effects-based operations.
Right.
So we're waiting for the effects of what happened in political change. So
Okay, Hazem.
far, the Iranian regime is entrenching in the same ideology, same people, but we believe that down the line there'll be change. This is not sustainable for the Iranians.